So the chiefs and the assistant chiefs will be meeting Kindiki and Ichungwa today. And Ichungwa did tell them that they are in charge of IEBC. In fact, Ichungwa went ahead to tell the government officials that they have bought a house in Karen for Mr. Ethekon at 80 million. Ethekon did not have a house in Nairobi, he was living in Turkana. I want to challenge the chairman of IEBC to confirm whether he has moved to Karen and how did he purchase this house. He has been in office for a year. His income is not sufficient to buy a house for 80 million. Is it true what Ichungwa is saying, that the government has bought you a house in Karen so that you can bangle the 2027 general election? And Ichungwa told the officers that they have instructed Ethekon to make sure that the UDA candidate is announced the winner, even if he loses, even if people die. I want to challenge Ethekon. When did you move to Karen? You came from Turkana. You came to my neighborhood at a house of 80 million. Where did you get the money to buy a house for 80 million? It must be what Ichungwa is saying, that they bought you the house and you do what they want. Mwangi Kujori has been calling the presiding officers and threatening them, offering them money to bangle the election. And those who refuse, he is intimidating them. That he has instructions to make from William Ruto to make sure the election is won. And he is telling them that if they don't help government, they'll face government wrath. I want to thank the returning officer and all presiding officers in Kalau. So far, they have been very firm. Please don't be intimidated. Kionjore, Ichungwa, Kindeki, Ruto will take you nowhere. Live up to the oath you have taken to conduct free and fair election in Kalau. I want to say, Bwana Ethekon, do the right thing. Don't try to postpone this election. Make sure there is no violence. Talk to the IG to make a public statement that goons will not be allowed into Olakalau. Because if there are no goons, the election will be peaceful. The people of Olakalau are extremely peaceful and they don't want violence. During the 25th commemoration of Gen Z protests, we saw police deployment in the city. How come they cannot secure a simple constituency in Olakalau from goons, to the extent that the IEBC chair is crying that he needs to postpone elections because of anticipated violence? We are asking IEBC to discuss with the IG that plainclothes police officers are not deployed in Olakalau because they are the ones who cause violence. They are the ones who cause violence in Bere. Plainclothes police officers are the ones who cause violence in Narok. They are the ones who are causing violence in Olakalau. They are the ones that Eric Wamumbi and Betty Mine are planning to cause violence in Olakalau. We want the IG to deploy only uniformed police officers in Olakalau, so that if they cause violence, people can notice, they can take photographs and videos. We are asking plainclothes police officers to be kept off Olakalau. We are asking the IG to make a public statement that goons from Nairobi, being organized by Moses Kuria, and others will not be allowed into Olakalau. And if goons are kept off Olakalau, we'll have a very peaceful election because the people of Olakalau are peaceful people. I want to end there by saying that there was a meeting on 9th July by the County Security and Intelligence Committee with all the candidates to discuss security. This meeting was postponed indefinitely. We want to know why. Again, 80% of all police officers from Olakalau and Nyandaro have been transferred out of the county and new ones brought. Why? Again, we want to find out why has IEBC decided to shut down the voters register before the Olakalau by-elections. Is it to facilitate people who are not registered to vote? We want the IEBC chair to clarify why. They are saying that they are doing some checkup, some checking and updating. But why specifically before Olakalau? So we are saying, Mr. Ethekon, before you threaten to postpone peaceful election, please do your job. Guarantee security. Guarantee fairness. Don't be a crybaby. You are in charge. And the people of Kenya are asking a question. If IEBC is afraid of conducting elections in one constituency because of purported anticipated violence, what if there is violence next year? Will they postpone the general election? We are saying, are you telling the people of Kenya that you have no capacity to manage a by-election in one constituency in Kenya? If you have no capacity to manage a by-election in Kenya, can Kenyans trust you to manage the general election? From where I sit, I think it's a scheme by William Ruto and IEBC to postpone or allow by-election on grounds of anticipated violence, to set the stage to postpone the general election next year on the same grounds. Because what the state is doing this weekend, that's why police officers are there in plain clothes. They want to cause violence, they want to cause mayhem, and then Ethekon on Monday can postpone the by-election. I want to tell the IEBC, if you postpone this by-election, you have lost credibility completely. You will never recover. And you will have no more authority to tell the people of Kenya that they can trust you to conduct the general election. I am persuaded, and I think I'm right. This is a scheme by William Ruto, knowing he's in trouble from Kenya and he'll be voted out next year, to use Olkalau by-election as a precedence where they postpone the by-election on account of perceived unanticipated violence, and then next year the government can cause violence across the whole country, and then the IEBC commissioners can say, just like we did in Olkalau, we are postponing the general election, and then William Ruto can continue being in office against the Constitution. And I want to say, if the IEBC commissioners call off the Olkalau by-election, then they have lost the moral authority to purport that they have the capacity to conduct next year's general election, and they must therefore resign from office on the grounds of incapacity and incompetence. And that is what will happen. And we'll ask the people of Kenya to demand that they must leave office. This is a very simple by-election. What is this? That you cannot organize good security around one constituency.